Now, we're going to go over to Crystal Garrett, who is now standing in the newsroom with more information about this election.
Yes, I actually have some results for you, Ron. Now, unfortunately, these results aren't going to count in tonight's decision, but they are exciting results all the same. They're the results of an event called Student Vote Nova Scotia, and I'm joined now by two people who participated in that shadow vote. It was an event where elementary and high school students got a chance to vote just like the rest of us did, and they got to make their decisions and cast their ballots, and we actually have the results of their shadow election tonight. So I'm joined by Katie Black, who is a grade 9 student at Bicentennial School in Dartmouth, and her teacher, Mark Mullally. So thank you both so much for coming in. I'll start with you, Katie. How challenging was it for you to make your decision in your shadow election?
I found it sort of hard. I mean, my family generally votes for one party, but there's so many different opportunities within those parties for like education. It was sort of hard for me.
And you were saying that when you were chatting with your friends that this experience made it more likely for you to maybe actually go to the polls when you turn 18. Is that true?
Definitely. I mean, before this, people were talking about why they should go to the polls, but now they know why and they actually want to. They're actually sort of excited.
Yeah, I heard that you and your friends are even talking about politics now?
Yeah. Before it was you'd go into a class and you'd ask people, do you want to be in politics? And nobody would say yes. After this experience, now there's people that are probably going to go into politics from my class because of it.
Very interesting. Now, Mark, why did you decide to participate in this project?
Well, I knew that students, as Katie said, would enjoy the learning involved, the warm-up for their actual election opportunity. And it was really indicative of the way that they will be learning as they go, laying out the structure of the election, laying out what candidates will be feeding them in terms of platforms, and the whole process on voting day.
How likely do you think a project like this will have an effect on students in becoming voters in the future, perhaps having better voter turnouts in the future?
I think it will certainly engage the coming electorate in the next 4 or 5 years when they come through. One thing we found was when students took part in Nova Scotia student vote, that their families were 20% more likely to take part in the election itself.
Well, that is interesting, though. I understand we do have some results, and I understand we have a graphic showing those results right now. So maybe, Mark, you can read off what the results of the students' shadow election were.
Well, it was quite a parallel with a lot of the polls leading up to today. 33 candidates from the Liberal Party were elected, 10 from the Progressive Conservative, and 8 from the NDP. So we were quite happy that what happened was parallel to what was going on, and it indicates that a lot of the students are familiar with the issues and making a judgment about the candidates that are taking part.
Well, thank you both so much for coming in tonight. So, Ron, there you have it. The students have called for a Liberal majority, with the PC making up the official opposition. Only time will tell to see if these results are echoed in the real polls later on tonight.